Hey guys, Ellie here. There's my sweet boy right there. Y'all see him? Oh, I see the sweet boy right there laying down with his mama. Guys, this is my first day back from Austin, so I haven't gotten to see my little boy for the first week of his life. I saw him the first day or two that he was born, but I haven't seen him in about 7 or 8 since then. Yeah, so it's gonna be really good to catch up with him. I'm gonna go in there and love on him and see what he's up to. Oh, hey baby, what's up? You look different than any goat I recognize. This one must be a different one. This goat does not look familiar to me at all. No, guys, let me go in there with him. Whoa, look. Someone else had babies too. There's some more new babies. Man, those have really droopy ears. Wow. I'm gonna go look at them secondly, but first and foremost, I gotta go see my little boy first and foremost. Dixie Chuck. He's a menace. He is Dennis the Menace, you guys. How many of y'all seen that show? Dennis the Menace is a show from the 80s, I think, about this little kid. He's like 9 years old, and he is exactly what he sounds like. He is a menace. That's why he's called Dennis the Menace. That dude is the kind of kid that will make the, they live in a snowy place, so during wintertime, he'll make the driveway all icy so the elderly people can slip and fall, and he'll laugh at them. He's the kind of kid that would light people's hair on fire. He's just like just your stereotypical, just horribly misbehaved young child. That's Dennis the Menace. And that's what Dixie Chuck is like. Dixie Chuck is violent, he's scary, and I'm not too fond of him following me right now. Dixie Chuck, I don't appreciate this, bro. Guys, like I was saying though, I was out of town in Austin for several days, so I've missed most of the first week of his life. And I guess my biggest fear right now is that he won't be too friendly. After he feeds off of mama, I'm gonna go ahead and try to pet him and see if he'll come up to me or if he'll run away. I just tried to pet him a second ago and he wasn't like running away in fear, but he wasn't super comfortable with me petting him yet. So we're gonna have to work on that. I don't know. I'm debating what I'm gonna do right now. I could just take him off of mama and start bottle feeding him from this point forward. It's been about 10 days he's been on this planet, so he's had plenty of colostrum. He's gotten more than enough of what he needs from his mom to be healthy, so I'm not really worried about that. But I'm also concerned about where I'm gonna keep him. I could probably keep him in my dad's pasture. I would have to wake up, like, I think probably every 4 hours to feed him, even in the middle of the night, because baby goats at this age feed about 6 times a day, I think. So it's gonna be a lot of work cut out for me if I do decide to bottle feed him permanently from this point. I may want to leave him with his mama and just spend time with him during the day so that he can feed off of his mom and always have a bond with her, but he'll still be friendly and attached to me as well. I don't know, there's so many questions that I don't really know the answer to yet. There's so many different ideas, so many different things I could do. I'm just gonna have to play it by ear and see right now. But it's only been 10 days, so nothing is set in stone. If he's like not super comfortable with being petted right now, that doesn't mean that he's gonna be super unfriendly the rest of his life or anything. I'm sure that today, now that I'm back, I'll be able to take him on side-by-side rides or little four-wheeler rides. I'll be able to love on him, even feed him water whenever that time comes from a bottle. I know that Megan had to do that with her blind goat, Elvis, so I've seen people bottle feed water to goats because they associate their human with water. So there's a lot of different things that I can do to basically create a bond with him. And I'm definitely gonna try to do some of those in the future. I'm still starting today, of course. So I'm not too worried about the fact that, here, watch. I'll actually show you what I'm talking about right now. I'm gonna come up here and try to stick my hand out and pet him. And he's not really running away, but he's kind of like a little bit unsure of what's going on. And so he kind of is a little uneasy and takes a step away from me whenever he feels me trying to touch him. So that's not too bad. I knew this was going to happen when I went out of town during the first week of his life, but I'm back now and we're going to go ahead and set this thing straight. We're going to go ahead and get this thing straight. Hey, you, don't even think about it. You get bad turkey. He's so much more vocal than Cornholio is. He looks so much meaner too. Man, he looks mean. He is mean. I remember in the videos I've shown y'all of Dixie Chuck of Dixie Chuck chasing and attacking people, y'all were saying that's more like a turkey that I'm used to. Cornholio is like an exception in that he's not really mean and he's super friendly. Dixie Chuck is more like the stereotypical turkey in that he's violent and aggressive. Male turkey. All right, let's go see what these babies are up to. I haven't really seen these guys yet. These are tiny. You can tell these were born like probably a day or two ago. Hey, Mama. Are you a friend? Are you a friendly mama? Not really? Okay. Let me just pet these babies real fast. Oh, look at these sweet little babies. They got droopy. Look, man, these are some really long ears. Wow. Those are some long droopy ears right there. This one has a really unique pattern. This one looks like it looks like a striped t-shirt, honestly. I love the pattern on this one. That's really, really cool. Brown with a ginormous white stripe that goes all the way around its body. A white stripe that goes all the way around. That's pretty cool. Man, I bet Big Boy's had about 100 kids at this point. Honestly, over the course of his life, Big Boy probably fathered almost as many children as Solomon has. Oh, man. Okay, guys, I just took my sweet boy on his first four-wheeler ride, and he handles it really, really well. I'm really proud of him. I didn't want to do it too long. I didn't want to make him be out in the hot sun because he's still a baby, so he shouldn't be out in the sun too long. It's really, really hot today, of course. So I just did one little lap around the property, and I wanted him to get used to the sound of a motor. I wanted him to get used to being away from his mama a little bit, being with a person, and he's handling it really, really well. He only basically screamed one or two times because he was kind of confused and unsure of what was going on, but he got used to it really, really fast. And right now you can see he's just laying down in my lap. He's just kind of looking around. He took in all the environment, all the scenery really well. And I just wanted him to see what the rest of the real world has to offer. You know what I mean? Yeah, it went really, really well. I'm really proud of him. As far as his name goes, I'm not really sure what I'm going to name him yet. The two names I've been kind of debating between is, of course, Sunshine, because that was the first one that I came up with. Sunshine is a name I've always liked, and I always name my wrestler on the WWE 2K video games every year Sunshine. So it'd be cool to name my little goat that. Also, my dad came up with another name that was pretty funny. He said I should name it Elf because, as you can see, he kind of has little elf ears. And it made me laugh really hard whenever my dad said that. Megan loved that name too. And I'm sure a lot of you would think that's funny too. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but one of those two names is probably what I'm going to go with. You guys are more than welcome to leave your input and leave your opinion on those names and any other names down below. I will continue thinking about it, and I will let y'all know when I decide a name for him. And I guess the last thing I want to address in this video is that this is going to be like kind of a trial and error. I don't want to say it that way, but this is my first time ever really raising my own animal. I've had kittens before, I've had puppies before, I've had obviously goats, I've had so many animals before that I've kind of been in charge of, been kind of told to keep a closer eye on, but I've never really been the head honcho as far as calling the shots for any animal. This will be the first time in my life that I am like you could say the legal guardian of an animal. This will be the first time that I am the one who calls the shots on what decisions we're going to make for him and on ultimately what will be best for him. So I'm still trying to plan it out how I'm going to do everything. I don't want to basically, what's the right way to put it? I don't want to underestimate what it requires to care for him because I know that I won't be here every single day. I go to my mom's house a lot too, and she lives in the city, so it's not really feasible to have a goat over there. So that's why I'm considering leaving him with his mama, but just spending time with him during the day. Papa always tells me that a goat won't be as friendly if you don't wean him off of his mama and bottle feed him yourself. But I'm not really sure how much I believe that because Papa doesn't bottle feed all of his goats. Papa will only bottle feed the ones that are in need of it, like the ones that get pushed off by their mama too soon, the ones who have a disability, the ones whose mamas pass away, things like that. He'll bottle feed those. But the ones that are born normal, he usually doesn't bottle feed those. He lets them just feed off of mama the entire time. And even despite that, whenever he goes out to the pasture every day, they still come running up to him. They still come up and love on him. and they still love their pawpaw the same way, at least very similarly to the way a bottle baby does, at least in my eyes. So that's why I have high hopes for this guy right here, because I've seen Pawpaw do it, and I know that I can spend time with him every day that I'm here, and I'm here a lot. So that's just kind of my plan. Those are kind of my thoughts. If y'all have any constructive ideas that could basically further add to my ideas, then be sure to leave them in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' inputs and what you think, but that's kind of the plan going forward, you guys. And yeah, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you want to see. Hope you have a great day. And as I always say, your boy Ellie out.